And now for something completely different.
Okay, our last recording of the evening, and we're gonna go out with a bang. Not to whimper, but to bang. I will blow your mind. Bet I can make you laugh. Alright, I'll bet you Gary can make you laugh. Gary Delaney. 30 minutes of one-liners on Mock the Week. Remember I used to say Mock of the Week?
Yes.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think the first video we did of this, I said, let's try this new show called Mock of the Week.
No, I think
And I got mocked.
our brains just kind of read it that way, so, yeah.
I got ripped for that anyways. Everybody commented.
As he should. He should be.
Here we go.
Ribbed for it.
30 minutes of one-liners.
Shit weasel. Pit weasel. Pit weasel.
Would you stop it, Tickles?
Pit weasel.
I'm not ticklish. I'm a man. I can handle it. All right, here we go.
And it's relationships.
Right, relationships. It's good to be here. Last time I was here, a girl asked me for sex. I had to disappoint her. We had sex. But I'm trying to learn to be a more sensitive lover. I got a DVD, How to Improve Your Foreplay Technique. It was really good. I had to fast forward through the boring bit at the beginning. Last night I had beef stew with dumplings. I shouldn't call her that, but she's a big girl.
Come on, dumplings.
I went to see the stalactites at Cheddar Gorge, and our guide asked us not to try and crack one off, and she wasn't even that attractive. I still managed. It was very dark. This morning I went to a meeting of my premature ejaculator support group, but it turns out it's tomorrow.
I kind of knew that was coming.
I think a few of the men started clapping before the end of that joke, by the way. My girlfriend's dog died, so to cheer her up, I got her an identical one. She was livid. What am I going to do with 2 dead dogs? A friend of mine had a penis extension. Now his house looks really stupid.
And the topic is family.
Family. Okay. Old lady names are very much back in fashion at the minute, like Lily or Elsie or Rose, and we wanted something like that for our daughter, but we couldn't decide, so in the end we just called her Nan. I told her she'll grow into it. I remember one time my uncle asked me to spell Schadenfreude and I couldn't, but he's dead now and I'm not, so I win. My cousin always introduces himself as Stephen with a PH, and that's because he's slightly acidic. My married friends would always tell me there's someone out there for everyone, and I think, wow, she must be a right slag. Knock, knock, who's there? Grandad, shit, stop the funeral. Grandad asked me how to print on his new computer. I said, just Control P. He said, haven't been able to do that for you.
That's awesome.
My confirmed bachelor uncle always describes himself as asexual, but I'd also add be gay. As a child, I was always told that if I touched myself down there, God was watching, but it turned out it was just Uncle Peter. Thank you.
Oh my God.
That was funny.
The topic is celebrity.
Celebrity. They started a celebrity magazine for the elderly. It's called Hello, Hello, Hello. Uri Geller, surprisingly hard to stab.
I don't get that
I don't know who that is.
Malcolm X chose that name rather than admit he'd accidentally put a kiss at the end of a text message. I went to see Walt Disney on Ice. Bit disappointing. It's just an old bloke in a freezer. The new president of France said this week that English speakers were arrogant in their refusal to learn foreign languages. At least I think that's what he said. But it all just sounded like haw-hee-haw. Haw-hee-haw. And remember, that's not racist if it's about the French. I'd have £5 on the Dalai Lama if I was a Tibetan man.
That's good.
When they buried the man who invented Tetris, the whole cemetery disappeared. As well as 7 years in prison here, Abu Hamza could be deported to the United States where he could face the electric chair. But on the plus side, if he is electrocuted, at least he can just stick his hook in the air and pretend to be a bumper car.
Well done, guys. And relationships.
Sorry. That does actually look like me and my girlfriend. Apparently, in Norfolk, the marriage guidance service is called Related. My girlfriend says I'm not very romantic. The other day we were kissing on the sofa. She said, how about we take this into the bedroom? I said, OK, you get the other end. When she suggested we try playing doctors and nurses, I was really hoping for something sexier than being left in a corridor for 2 days. My girlfriend and I are trying for a baby. Her mom's agreed to help out, just till I get hard. You're going to see that on telly as well. That's They always say you'll find the love of your life when you're not really looking, which was true, but by then I'd run her over. I've been trying to persuade my girlfriend to sexually stimulate me with her keyring, but she just keeps fobbing me off. So... When I heard you could now be a sperm donor by post, I came in a jiffy.
Oh, my God.
I went to a swingers club. The doorman goes, it's £15 to get in, or you can pay £20. That includes a meal. I paid £20. I went in. This oiled, naked guy comes up to me and goes, hello, my name's Emil.
I've heard that somewhere before.
I once had a one-night stand and I didn't get an erection. That isn't cool. Luckily, the woman I was with was really understanding, and she just said, don't worry, that used to happen to me.
Well done. And the topic is education.
One time at school, I lost my thesaurus. I couldn't find the words to describe how upset I was. I remember sitting in psychology class, learning about Pavlov, thinking, no stupid dogs. And then the bell went and we all had lunch. I'm sitting at home, this guy knocks on my door. Have you ever considered an alternative energy supplier? I'm like, no, I'm quite happy with food. It's got to be a tough job going around door to door encouraging people to photosynthesize. I can give you the leading cause of anaphylactic shock in a nutshell. I've got the memory of an elephant. I remember one time I went to the zoo and saw an elephant.
Oh, good.
My nan recently claimed that she once gave a hand job to Albert Einstein. What a stroke of genius. Technically, shoplifting from the Apple store only counts as scrumping. Sex education lessons at our school were pretty weird. The teacher made us shout out rude words to get out of our system, like bum, willy, cocks, and we had to carry on doing that until he came.
Oh, my God.
The topic is childhood.
That's terrible. Oh, my God.
As a child, I was made to walk the plank. We couldn't afford a dog. My 6-year-old refuses to eat anything other than alphabetti spaghetti. Luckily, he's dyslexic, so I just buy him normal spaghetti. Seems For work. Dad, these are all L's. Yeah, it's Welsh. I bought him some medicine for his ADHD. On the side of the bottle, it said concentrate. I thought if he could do that... I bought a really nice 12-year-old scotch. Obviously, his parents weren't pleased. I hate people who complain about breastfeeding in public. Like, I don't want to see it, or that's disgusting, or you can't do that, you're not a woman. And that's not a baby. As kids, we always enjoyed dipping ginger nuts into a steaming hot cup of tea. But, of course, nowadays, that's called bullying. I shouldn't do that, by the way. Ginger jokes are the last vestiges of racism in comedy, and they started a ginger pride movement to stamp that shit out. They had a march in Hyde Park. Well, they were going to when the sun came out. Nan always said that when she was young, she never had to worry about leaving her back door open. What a slag.
Oh my God.
I'm totally going to get in trouble with the family again. This is really not worth it. You got to look after your health as you get older. The other day I did a poo and noticed there was a little blood in it. I said, "Oi, bruv, get out my toilet, innit?" Thank you.
Well,
I used to suffer from premature ejaculation, which made me feel selfish and bad for my girlfriend. Then she suggested I try this special cream that reduces your sensitivity. And it really worked, because now I don't give a shit about her. I bought a vegan friend of mine a fancy cookbook. Unfortunately, he said he couldn't accept it as it was leather-bound, which meant it was too heavy for him to lift. When I was a teenager, my mom always said, "Your bedroom's so messy, you'll never get any self-respecting girl to come back here." But luckily, they weren't the ones I was going after. I watched the director's cut of a porn film. At the end, he actually fixes the washing machine. I was in a sex shop. I saw a dildo described as 9 inches long and realistic. I thought, well, which is it? The Archbishop of Canterbury recently said he couldn't support gay marriage without first having a mandate. Honestly, if he's that bothered, I'll go out with him. One time at a party, I chucked my car keys into a big bowl, and everyone just stared at me, and the trifle was ruined. I was watching a really weird porno the other day that was just a fat man crying and wanking at the same time. And then I realised I hadn't turned the telly on.
thank you very much, Gary. And the topic is shopping. Away you go.
I bought a slimming magazine in W.H. Smith's. I didn't read it, I just wanted a big bar of Galaxy for £1. I bought some fancy pens at a nudist art shop. Felt tips? No, but I touched a couple of bollocks. I was in a lingerie shop. I said, "Are these knickers satin?" He said, "No, they're new." I went to buy a Christmas tree. The guy said, "You going to put it up yourself?" I said, "No, I was thinking the living room." Bought a chameleon, lost it. Why is it that when women go to the toilet in pairs, no one minds, but when I did it, I got thrown out the greengrocers? I got into a fight with my acupuncturist and stabbed him. He said he'd never felt better. According to the vet, my cat's in heat. I didn't even know she was famous.
The movie.
I could apply a couple
A
of
friend of mine keeps going on and on about how good his orthopaedic shoe is, but I think he's built it up too much. I bought an advent calendar for Jehovah's Witnesses, but on every door somebody tells you to fuck off. Thank you.
The topic is health.
That's awesome.
You relate to that.
The doctor told me to lose some weight. I said, "How?" He said, "Don't eat anything fatty." I said, "What, pies, chips, that kind of thing?" He said, "No, just don't eat anything fatty." I was thrown out of Weight Watchers for making
Just push away from the
sarcastic
tail,
comments
Brad.
during the weekly weigh-in. As you can imagine, I accepted the decision with huge grace, because they threw her out as well. Chair of Dyslexic Society was recently given an OBE. He said, what's the point? I can't play the bloody thing. I live next door to a family of anorexic agoraphobics. Yeah, but they've got a few skeletons in the closet. A friend of mine's been suffering from paranoid delusions, and now he thinks he's a chocolate orange. I worry he's going to be sectioned. Poor Terry.
Carry the chocolate orange.
I thought PPI was just something you could get if you didn't wear goggles at the swimming baths.
PPI.
I bought an alcoholic ginger beer. He wasn't pleased. I once met a girl who confused a tube of KY jelly with super glue. I asked how it happened, but sadly her lips were sealed. Thank you.
Very good. Well done.
That's good.
Oh my
So
god.
it is transport. Where you go, Gary?
I had a nightmare on the journey over here, and luckily that woke me up just before I ran over a small child.
Oh my god.
The other day I lost control at a roundabout, and then I went absolutely bonkers on the swings. I stopped in a lay-by, there was a sign saying no dumping. That was all right, I was just having a wee. I joined a breakdown service for Scousers. It's called the AA. Calm down, calm down. If they can't fix your car in an hour, they'll nick you a new one. The Paralympics taught us all that sometimes we should stop and put ourselves in the place of people with disabilities, and I have to say, those parking spaces are brilliant. In the car on the way over here, I kept hearing this annoying, whiny noise. So I pulled over, my girlfriend got out to have a look at the engine, and I drove off.
Sounds familiar.
The other night, I saw a couple weaving all over the street. I said, honestly, get a loom.
I don't get that one.
Get a room.
I thought he said a loom.
He did say
I accidentally filled the Escort with diesel.
Oh.
She died.
That's what you would do.
Topic is nationalities. Where you go?
My next-door neighbour's really loud and obnoxious, so now I know how Canada feels. I bought some lamb chops. On the packet, it said reared in Wales. I thought that was just a racist stereotype. This morning, I made a Belgian waffle. In the afternoon, I made a Frenchman talk bollocks. In Scotland, the forbidden fruit is fruit. When England played Poland at Wembley, there was 30,000 Polish fans in the crowd. And I thought, well, fair play to them. If I'd built it, I'd want to have a look round as well.
Oh my god.
I like to annoy my Israeli flatmate by giving him any post that's just addressed to the occupier.
Oh my God. Too soon?
I was at an Italian zoo with a Christian friend of mine, so I thought when in Rome and pushed him into the lions. Nan's going to that suicide clinic in Switzerland, but don't tell her, it's a surprise. My granddad was killed by a Zulu. He was having a shit at Whipsnade and the roof collapsed.
Well done, very good. And the topic is childhood.
I didn't know what to get my little niece for Christmas, so I asked my sister what she's into. And apparently at the moment she's mad about frozen stuff, so I got her some oven chips and peas. Oh, they love that. Every Christmas Day, we'd always have pigs in blankets, or as you probably call them, relatives sleeping in the spare room. Winnie the Pooh, possibly the most vindictive chapter in Nelson Mandela's autobiography. It was only after I shot the fifth zombie that I started to wonder why they were all carrying bags of sweets and ringing my doorbell. I've been trying to recapture my lost youth. I really must get that cellar door fixed. One time when I was a kid, I bought a chocolate bar. On the inside of the wrapper, it said, "You're a loser." I wouldn't mind if there'd been some sort of competition on. To make things worse, it was a boost. As a family, we couldn't decide whether to have Nana buried or cremated, so in the end, we let her live. My 13-year-old cousin's already started taking heroin. It's amazing, isn't it? They shoot up so fast these days.
Okay, the topic is health.
Oh my God.
Where you go?
I'm a lot sportier than I might look. In fact, I picked up a little niggle at the gym the other day. I mean, he pronounces it Nigel. I had a very stressful journey getting here today. All the way, this lorry driver was right up my arse. But it was nice of him to give me a lift. I spent most of the afternoon hanging out at the swimming baths. And then somebody told me and I tucked it back in again. I put on a lot of weight recently, so I rang up Weight Watchers. I said, "It's an emergency. Can you send somebody round?" And they said, "Yes, we can. We got loads of those."
Somebody around.
My grief counsellor died recently, but luckily he was so good I didn't give a shit. I accidentally kicked the dog earlier and he bit me on the bollocks. My mate said it's karma. I said no. If anything, he's even more angry. I asked the vet, "What can I do? I think my dog's racist. He keeps barking at the Asian man next door." And the vet said, "Muzzle him." I said, "I don't know, but he's got a beard." I went round to see my nan. I said, "What you been up to?" She said, "Weed in the garden." I said, "Well, at least you didn't shit in it." I was in the garden with my girlfriend earlier, and we saw the 18-year-old girl next door, all dolled up, ready to go out clubbing. And my girlfriend said, "Do you know what? At that age, I could really see myself in her." Which was weird, because I was thinking the exact same.
Thank you very much. Well done, guys. Okay, the topic is work.
I nearly lost my job as a roofer when I was caught masturbating on the first day. Yeah, luckily, my boss said I could wipe the slate clean. I used to work at Waterstones. One day, a guy came in asking if we had any audiobooks with subtitles. I thought, hang on, that's a book. The circus near me held a competition to find the best contortionist, so I entered myself and won. In my old job, I just used to punch buttons all day, and that's why I'm no longer allowed to work in panto. I've got two lawyers working for me at the minute. One's pro bono, and the other thinks he's a right pretentious twat. When my granddad was caught trying to stow away in the Merchant Navy, he offered to work his passage, which, as you can imagine, made him very popular. I hate people who phone me up just to complain about the weather, which is why I lost my job at Mountain Rescue. I was at a station the other day that had a piano on the platform, so I had a little tinkle on it, which saved me 30 pence. I went on a positive thinking course. It was shit. I bought a Microsoft Advent calendar. If you open too many windows at once, they all shut again for no bloody reason. Thank you.
Well done. Very good. The topic is technology. Okay, where you go?
The young couple next door to me have recently made a sex tape. I mean, obviously, they don't know that yet.
Oh my God. That's
The hardest part of making skimmed milk must be throwing the cows across the lake. The guy next to me at work used to watch porn all day. I'm just glad he didn't begin to rub off on me. I think if I was to try revenge porn, I'd just post naked pictures of myself online so everybody would know how low my ex's standards were. When answering the security question, place of birth, apparently vagina is not an acceptable answer. It's been a tough week. I got myself a memory foam mattress and now it's trying to blackmail me. I've currently got a stalker, but you probably can't tell in these trousers. A friend of mine was killed by the big C. He was walking past Curry's and a sign fell on his head. I was watching TV and the announcer said there's a documentary about the clitoris on the red button, but I couldn't find it.
Very, very good. Point there for a And the topic is relationships.
Oh, God.
The other day, a woman described me as a bit of a looker. Well, voyeur was the actual word that she used. I used to go out with a parachutist with IBS, but she shat on me from a great height. One time I nearly had a threesome with my girlfriend and my best friend, and the only thing that stopped it happening was they didn't invite me. My girlfriend said she wanted to try some new condoms with something special inside to boost her pleasure. I said, oh, what's that? She said, other men. Our fourth child was called Ivy, and that's because we ran out of names and started using Roman numerals. My last girlfriend was always trying to put me down, which is just one of the hazards of going out with a vet. I tried reading a book on premature ejaculation, but I couldn't get past the opening passage. This Christmas, I'm taking the whole family to Lapland, which is great, because normally those clubs don't let kids in. I always worry when a woman sees me naked for the first time that she's just going to scream and run out the park. My girlfriend and I love watching box sets. We got 3 episodes into Orange is the New Black before finding out it wasn't about what would happen if Trump replaced Obama.
Thank you very much. Well done. And the topic is health.
Oh,
Gary.
my God. That's good.
The area in a Nando's between the front and back door is called the peri-perineum. I like to judge my weight by my BMI. As long as I weigh less than a small plane, I think it's fine. When writing a story about losing your virginity, it's important to always put it in the first person. When people die and head towards the light, what they don't realise is they've already been reincarnated as a moth. I can count the number of chainsaw accidents I've had on the fingers of one hand. I tell you what always catches my eye, short people with umbrellas. So the other day, I was doing the hoovering in my pants, and I thought to myself, how do my bollocks get this dusty?
Oh, my God.
I've been attending Gamblers Anonymous for 3 years, whereas my best mate Dave, he only stuck it out for 2.5, so I won that one. I like to think I'm a bit like Superman. For example, the other day I changed in a phone box from a man who really needs a wee to a man who's just had a wee. I pulled a sickie the other day, just one of the perks of working at the hospital. The other day, my girlfriend and I had great makeup sex. Well, I say that, she was out and I stuck her lipstick up my arse.
Oh, God.
Because I'm worth it.
That was good.
The topic
Maybelline.
is animals.
Jesus.
I don't like to eat anything labelled reformed ham, as I think it's unfair that the pigs are slaughtered after they've got their lives back on track. Last night I had to get towed home because Ratty and Moley were too pissed. Whenever I see ginger people going grey, I'm always reminded of the sad plight of our native squirrels. I went round Grandad's to walk his dog. As I was leaving the house, he said, "Don't forget poo bags." I was like, "All right, Gran." My girlfriend's a cat person. She's got fishy breath, shits in a tray and disappears for days at a time. I tried swimming with dolphins once, but I didn't like it as I found them very clicky. Dolphins who die without any money are given a pauper's funeral.
I don't get that.
So the other day I was chewing on some monkey nuts, and now I'm banned from the zoo. Doctor, I'm addicted to screwing dogs. Have you tried patches? What's he, a poodle? I went to the zoo to watch the monkeys wanking. Then I went to watch the crocodiles, and I was still wanking.
Yeah, we haven't watched them for a while. We have seen Gary before. We have. I'll post some links to that. I just forgot how funny that was. Like,
No, that was good.
it's just bang, 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 bang. You almost have to. We actually had to stop a couple times just to catch our breath.
Yes.
Because it's hard to laugh
Very
like
funny.
straight for 30 minutes, like because you just get worn out, right? So you have to take a sort of a break and just let yourself reset and go back and watch more. Because I'm literally worn out from laughing at that.
But it's very fantastic. That was awesome. Yes. And that just proves how funny he is. Tea kettle with a laughing.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Here at our new set.
Our living room.
Ta-da,
Yes.
ta-da. You can only see a bit of it, but I always like put in the full shot of it once in a while, so everybody can see it.
No, it was really good.
Because I did all the work. So. She helped me a little bit with the decorating, but I did most of it. No, she did all the work. I helped.
Oh, we both did it. Fuck. Oh my god. It's not the end of the world. It's all good.
All right, we'll see you guys. Bye.
And now for something completely different.